What's good? What's good? What's good? What's goody? So in that last video, I went ahead and did my charting for pre-market to get ready for tomorrow. It is going to be July 20th, 2026. Beautiful Monday morning. I'm looking forward to it. Right now, it is Sunday night. I just got done doing my charting. I just made my little watch listy list. And we're going to go through that real quick and show y'all what I'm looking for this coming week and what I'm expecting to happen. So first, you already know what I'm looking at. We looking at Apple, Tesla, QQQ, SPY, SPX, and Nvidia. You feel me? That's what I've been looking at every single day for the last few weeks. You feel me? These are my babies. That's how I feel about them at this point. These are my babies. So let's get to it. Without further ado, let's see what it do. All right, so this is my watch list. Actually, let's start with what to look for this week in the market. All the time that we held shares, you decided that you'd call. After all the time we spent, wonder where the hell you been. All right. So we back up in this thing. We got another day in the market tomorrow. Let's just go over, you feel me, what to expect and what I'm looking at. You already know what I'm looking at for the most part. We like Apple, we like Tesla, we like Nvidia, we like the S&P 500, and we like the SPY. It's been the same six for the last 6 weeks. So without further ado, let's just talk about what to expect going on in the market tomorrow, right? So first things first, I'm gonna turn this music down. But hey, go check me out on the 1-2. I be doing my ditty. You feel me? Pause. I be forgetting we can't say that no more. All right. So inflation rates. Oop. I'm all over the place with it right now. All right. So these are the things that can affect the market. Inflation is going to always play a part. With inflation, we can expect to see movement QQQ, SPY, S&P 500, and high value tech. And with hot inflation, that puts pressure on the yields and pressure on growth stocks. And so right now, if QQQ hits 693, we know we got a pivot point. If SPY hits 742, we got a pivot point. And our pivot point for the S&P 500 is 7428. If we go that low, it's crazy. We go into the floor, baby. Not to the floor, but we got to clear 200 points to move easy. No problem. I don't know why this keeps jumping like that. All right. And so then with rising crude oil, that feeds inflation fears and creates pressure on tech as well. And then if we have stable or softer support for oil, it can put the inflation narrative down, right? So we got to watch inventory trends and the geopolitical headlines. You feel me? Watch, what is it? True Social. Keep your eyes on Twitter, bro. Because anything around oil is going to affect everything, right? And then with mega caps and with tech, we got Apple, of course, went crazy this week. QQQ went very down on Friday. But we're going to have to check those two to see how strong the market is. If either of those start selling off, we can expect more sell-off, right? And Apple is going to maintain a bullish outlook if it can hold above 333. Look at that, 333, baby. Yo, low-key makes me want to get in just because I like the number 333. But we trade with the cards, not with our hearts, and that's not even my heart. That's just literally a number. But 333 is a nice little number, you feel me? And so if we could hold 333 and push through, we can see 336. 70, and really I guess the next target, I would just target every dollar point up, for real. I don't think I would try to ride it for more than a $2 move, just for the fact that it had a straight trajectory up and it is going to get over exhausted at some point. And the S&P 500, SPY, and QQQ have all took dips and reset while it continues to keep pushing higher. So it can hold, it's just I don't trust it because it's never been here before. So history shows you what to expect, and there's not enough history at this level to know what to expect. And so for microchips, Nvidia is going to be a leader, and for people's AI outlook and risk on that. So if we can reclaim 205 on Nvidia, we could start to turn bullish. And if we could hold 205 and go to 210, then we're bullish. But right now, it's kind of in a chop zone if it gets back to the 200 range. And if it loses 200 and hits 194, then we have a clear look to the downside. But in between 200 and 194 is a chop zone. If it gets to 205 and starts stalling, 205 to 210 is our next chop zone. I don't know why I keep jumping like that, son. All right. And so what we're going to look for is mainly volume. I'm looking for volume at key levels, and I'm looking for rejections at VWAP and major moving averages. So on my chart, I follow the 250-day moving average and the 20-day moving average pretty closely, and then VWAP. Those are my three biggest indicators used for the last like 30, 60 days, 90 days. It's pretty much all I've been trading off of lately. And then I'm looking for confirmation. So if like S&P 500 does something, I'm looking to see if QQQ and SPY confirms that that's the right direction. And so Tesla can lose 377 and QQQ loses 690. We can see a lot of downside fast. And that's another thing to look at. If like two stocks, like say Apple and say QQQ, both start flushing, just look for other tech stocks to flush. If Nvidia goes crazy and Apple goes crazy, look for the S&P 500 or look for the QQQ to go crazy too. Like something else is going to move in the same direction if it's a crazy move. So my weekly expectation, is cautious, honestly. But I usually trying to just stay cautious with the fact that some of these stocks are overextended, and a lot of things have been moving $4, $5, $6 on a day that historically don't move more than $1 or $2 a day, right? So I approach every day cautiously. I'm going to be mildly more on the bearish side, especially for the short term. But the bigger uptrend is high. Like, it's high. Everything is trending up for the most part, but we're in a short-term bearish mode just because Friday we had a lot of bearish activity, right? But with that being said, I'll prepare every day to not know what to expect, and I'll look to ride the momentum and volatility. I don't care if none of these stocks go up or go down. I just want a part. And so here's the watch list, and these are going to be my price targets for Apple. I'm looking forward to hold 333 first, and if it can stay above that and stay above the 250 and the 20-day EMA, I'm going to be looking for 336 to 340. And 343 is like my lotto strike price for tomorrow, but 333 was my lotto strike price for last week, and it hit it. So anything's possible. And to the downside, I think we could very easily see it break 333 and retrace back to 331 to 328. And if it really has a bad day or a bad week, we can see 315, or if we get a lot of bad tech news or chip news or bad inflation news. And then with Tesla, if we get any news about Elon, any news about SpaceX, or any news about Tesla, definitely see some movement on this. I might wait until later in the week to play it so we can get some like fresh views on how people feel about it this week, and the pricing of it early in the week sometimes is more expensive than I'll be trying to go. My account is mad small right now, mad small. I went from a band to half that, and then last week I just cashed out every single day. So Tesla upside targets, we're going to be looking for it to break 382. If it could hold that, then 385.50 is our next level. 388. I realistically would love to see Tesla break back above 400 and start competing where it was before SpaceX dropped. But you know, we don't always get what we want. So 380 is going to be the pivot point, and if it falls below it, then we know to expect 377 to 375 to 372. But if it breaks above 380, we can see anywhere between 382 to 390 very easily, and then after 390 it might stall to 392 to 396. And then we have QQQ. Right now it's bearish. Our downside, oh yeah, it broke 690. I think it broke 690 last week. But yeah, so 693.60 is going to be our pivot zone, and we're going to look to see if it breaks below that. Yo, boy, I'm sleepy tonight, guys. Yeah, I'll be up at 6 because I'm going to bed shortly. So yeah, if we could break 690 again, we can see 680 very easily. 665 is our like lotto price of the week for QQQ. So we'll see if we'll get that. But if we can break above the 690, 360, and we can see 696 to 700 to 705. And then with the SPY, I'm honestly not bearish until after it breaks 740 for real, because 742 is like a big pivot point to watch, but it can just chop there or reverse very easily. So I'd like to see it break down to 741.50, and then I'd be looking for 740 to 736 to 732. For some reason, I just have a feeling that the SPY is going to actually break to the upside tomorrow. I could be very wrong. I won't be surprised if I am, but I'm going to be looking for 748, 750. I feel like it had a lot of strength at that 750 price. And then S&P 500, this one I'm only going to play in the first 30 minutes of open and the last hour of the day, because if not, I'll be losing my marbles and my whole bag. But so really, I want to see how we open on this one. Where are we at on the S&P 500 right now? That's really what I'd like to see. So right now we're at 74.57, right? So at open, we will get some confirmation. If we get some candles that break below 7457, it's very easy to say we're going to go down. Even if we go back up, we might go back up to retest and then just break back down, because that's what we did all day Friday, is break down, come back up, retest, and then reject and just break lower. So 7,400 is like my psychological level to see. And if we break 7,400, 7,300 is probably going to happen very easily. So if we lose 74.57 by like 10 points in the first hour, I'm looking for downside. Or not even in the first hour, in the first minute. Like we break 74.58 and hit like 74.30 something, or if we open below 748, yeah, I'm looking for the downside. We're going to 7,400. I don't know what you're talking about, but I need my payout. But and then Nvidia, we're gonna look for it to break 202.50 and pivot back to the upside. Then we have 205, then 208, then 210.40. If we can't hold 202.50, we got 200 real easy, 197 real easy. Honestly, we could see 190, which I will hate because I've been waiting for it to get some momentum underneath it. It tried to last week and it couldn't take off. So top things to watch for are for candles that test VWAP and retest moving averages. So we want to hit VWAP, we want to hit the 20-day moving average, we want to hit the 250-day moving average. That's what I base 70% of my decisions off of, is looking at VWAP and the moving averages. And then we want to look at the reactions at prior highs and lows, and then look for supply and demand zones. So QQQ, S&P 500, and SPY are our alignment for broader market confirmation. So whatever one of these does, there's at least 10 stocks that are doing the same thing. So sometimes if you can't get the entry on these, go look at the companies that make them up and you'll find something, right? And then Nvidia is going to be our leader for semis and AI names, and it's going to be a big indicator of direction on QQQ and S&P 500. And then oil and inflation headlines have been affecting everything: tech companies, yields, people's fear, like all of that. So look for Trump to say something about oil or inflation, or any news from the White House on it, or any headlines around gas, oil, people reacting to oil prices. All of that is going to move the market as well. So my overall stance, short-term bearish, but really I'm cautious. And in the higher time frames, we've been on the uptrend for a very long time. And if we hold major support levels, we're still on the uptrend, bro. So lucky trading to everybody. Hope you come out on the upside. I plan on being at this desk at 6 o'clock in the morning. Let's get to it. We got some paper to make.